Hello YouTube, my name is Neer and welcome to my 2018 Summer Blockbuster Review, the series where I review every major blockbuster released this summer. Well, actually only these ones. And today I'll be reviewing Avengers Infinity War. The movie that has been built up for years, broke records before it even came out, and made $20 trillion at the box office. And I loved it. Yes, like most people, I loved this movie a lot. This movie did everything I wanted it to do. From the Avengers meeting the Guardians to Thanos being a great villain. My favorite subplot out of the four is definitely the Tony Strange Spider-Man one. Everyone had great chemistry, the jokes were funny, the action was awesome, and no joke, I think that the Titan battle is literally my favorite action scene in the whole MCU. And it was fun seeing my two favorite characters in the MCU teaming up together, that being Tony and Doctor Strange. What? I like Doctor Strange a lot. Leave me alone. Peter's death, because we all know he's gonna come back anyway in like the next movie or Spider-Man 2, the third one, was maybe the most emotional moment in the whole MCU for me. Admit it, you cried. Everyone cried. I also love the moment when Doctor Strange gave Thanos the Time Stone. You felt the loss with these characters when they were giving the villain the one thing they tried to protect from him getting. And the music that went with it was great. Just listen to this. Also, side note, the music in this movie is actually good and really hits me in the feels. Unlike most Marvel movies where it's just noise in the background, this is actual good music. The second hero plot with Thor was pretty good, but I don't really get what's the point of making Thor lose his eye and hammer just to give him back a new eye and give him a far better hammer in the very next movie. Also, what's the thing with trailers editing out Thor's eye? I get why they edit out the stones for the Infinity War trailers, but why is Thor having or not having an eye a spoiler? Why does it even matter? But back to the movie itself. I really like the moment where Rocket asks Thor if he's wrong about fate keeping him alive to kill Thanos, and he just replies, "What more can I lose?" It really shows how tragic of a character Thor has become. He lost his brother, his parents, his people, everything. And it just feels good at the end when he's jamming his axe into Thanos and he says, "I told you. You die for that." It's also a great callback to the first scene. "You're going to die for that." And man, isn't this moment just awesome! By the way, I did a Lego version of this scene, so if you want to check it out, link in the description. Just saying. My least favorite plot by far is the everybody else plot, because the only people who do anything in this part of the story are Vision and Wanda. Which, actually, this movie really made me like Wanda, so credit where credit's due. Even Cap, like the second biggest character in the MCU, does nothing in this movie except the fight scene in the beginning, which, yeah, I really like. They better do something big with Cap, as it is Chris Evans' last time playing Cap. I have nothing to say about Black Widow, Falcon, War Machine, Black Panther, Banner, and Shuri. They were fine. Almost all of them died anyway. And I didn't like the Wakanda battle that much. Now, it's by no means bad, and there are moments that I really like. In fact, you know what? Never mind. Let's rank the 5 best moments of the Wakanda battle. Number 5, the girls' fight. It's just, I don't know. I really like that fight. Number 4. Wakanda forever! I love this. Number 3, get this man a shield. Number 2, Thor arriving on Wakanda. Number 1, Thanos. Just Thanos arriving on Wakanda. Him kicking the main character's asses was really awesome. I love that. But my main problem with this battle is that I really didn't feel any tension before Thanos came. There weren't any emotions, and I just sat there saying, "Oh yeah, I guess that's pretty cool." I mean, it was pretty cool, but I just never felt any of it. Wait, we're this long into this review and I barely even mentioned Thanos, so you know what? I'm gonna talk about it now. So Thanos is by far my favorite MCU villain. Well, I know it's not saying much, but he's really good. His character, motivation, and he's still to be feared and threatening. Every scene with Thanos just grabs you and doesn't let go until it's over. The first scene sets him up as a threatening, powerful villain. He kills off the villain of the Avengers, destroys the Hulk 1v1, and has 2 Infinity Stones, all in the first scene. Yeah, you shouldn't mess around with this guy. You also see why he wants the Infinity Stones, to kill 50% of the population because the resources of the universe are finite. But I have 2 big problems with his character. Number 1, his motivation. It makes no sense. Because if he kills half the universe, it'll change nothing. The resources will still run out eventually, and you will accomplish nothing. Only half the universe dies faster and the other half just dies slower. Thanos, your plan is dumb. Number 2, Gamora. Let me explain what I mean. Not only it was never mentioned before, but Gamora hates him and always hated him. I mean, it would be fine if she grew to hate him over time, but no, they specifically say in the movie that Gamora hated Thanos since day one. If there was never any connection between you two, and you just say one loves the other, I just don't buy that he loves her. Well, yeah, he does say in Guardians 1 that she's his favorite daughter, but I always saw him as saying as she's his favorite assassin or tool, not really his favorite daughter. That makes sense to why she hates him, but apparently he really loves her, so he can conveniently have someone to kill to get the Soul Stone. Which I get, they wanted to show Thanos will do anything to get the Infinity Stones, but it could have been done better. If you show me there is or at least was a connection between these two, I would have bought it. Even if it's still a big problem, it doesn't ruin his character for me at all. He's still a great villain, by far my favorite of the MCU like I said, and man, he just kicks ass. Seriously, the Hulk battle, the Wakanda thing at the end, and the Titan battle overall, he's just awesome. He just goes crazy with the Infinity Stones. I love it. He drops a planet on Stark. Just awesome. And at the end, I really love Avengers Infinity War. Even if it should have been named Thanos Infinity War, since it focused the most on Thanos and not the Avengers. But it still had great chemistry between the characters, phenomenal, fantastic, awesome action, great jokes, and oh yeah, I forgot to mention the comedy. It was mostly great. Sometimes it got in the way of emotional moments, but overall it was pretty good. It has a great dark ending, and it all ties together with a perfectly great villain. 9.5 out of 10, or A, or awesome for my rating system.